Stop buying junk. If you think dropping $80,000 on a brand new 2026 luxury car is a flex, you are about to get scammed by plastic engine parts and endless software glitches. Your new car has more sensors than a space shuttle, and most of them are just there to tell you that you are out of windshield washer fluid while the transmission is actually melting. Today, I am revealing the pure gold list. These are the exact used Mercedes models that master mechanics actually buy for themselves. They are over-engineered, unkillable, and dirt cheap right now. We are talking about cars built by engineers who actually like their jobs, not by accountants trying to save 3 cents on a head gasket. If you want to stop lighting money on fire every time you visit the dealership, you are in the right place. Welcome to Garage Detective. Before we dive into these mechanical tanks, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and leave a comment below telling me which Mercedes model you think is the absolute GOAT. Mercedes-Benz E350, W212, 2013 and 2016. Kicking off our pure gold list is the absolute backbone of Mercedes-Benz reliability. If you walk into any independent European auto shop today and ask the master technician what they drive to get to work, I guarantee you will see one of these parked out back, probably hidden behind a pile of broken Range Rovers that are waiting for parts that do not exist anymore. I'm talking about the W212 generation Mercedes-Benz E350, specifically the 2013 and the 2016 model years. In an era where modern cars feel like disposable smartphones with wheels, the W212 E-Class is built like a German bank vault. It was engineered during a time when Mercedes decided they needed to prove to the world that they still knew how to build a car that could outlast its owner. Mechanically, the secret to why these two specific years are pure gold comes down to 3 letters and 3 numbers. The M276 engine. This is a 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 pushing out just over 300 horsepower. In 2026, almost every new luxury car on the market is powered by a tiny stressed-out 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine with a massive turbocharger strapped to it. Those modern engines run incredibly hot, like a laptop trying to run a high-definition video game on a summer day in Texas. Their plastic cooling lines crack and they leave you stranded. The M276 in the E350 does not have turbos. It does not have complex high-pressure intercooler systems that leak. It just has smooth, linear, naturally aspirated power that barely breaks a sweat at highway speeds. Mercedes perfected the timing chain design on this engine, meaning if you just do your basic oil changes, this V6 will easily cruise right past the 250,000-mile mark without a single major rebuild. So, why did we pick the 2013 and the 2016 specifically? Because they represent the absolute peak of their respective designs. The 2013 model is the final year of the pre-facelift generation. It features that aggressive, sharp quad headlight design and the iconic pontoon rear fenders. By 2013, Mercedes had completely ironed out any early production bugs from the 2010 and 2011 models. It is raw, classic Mercedes elegance. Then you have the 2016 model. This is the absolute final year of the W212 generation before they changed the chassis entirely. The 2016 gives you the beautiful sweeping LED headlights, a much more modern infotainment interface, and a sleeker interior, making it look like a car that just rolled off the showroom floor today. But underneath that modern skin, it still hides that exact same bulletproof M276 V6 and the incredibly robust 7-speed automatic transmission. You get 2026 aesthetics with 2016 mechanical reliability. It is the ultimate win-win scenario. Step inside the cabin of either of these cars and you will immediately understand what overengineering means. Shut the door and it sounds like a heavy metallic thud that you simply do not hear in modern cars. The interior uses real wood trims that do not peel and the seats are wrapped in Mercedes' legendary MB-Tex material. Mechanics joke that MB-Tex is made from alien technology because you can look at a 2013 E350 with 150,000 miles on the dashboard and the driver's seat will still look brand new. No cracks, no tears, no fading. It is basically indestructible. You could probably transport a porcupine in the front seat and the material would not even notice. But the biggest reason this car makes the pure gold list is what it does not have. Most standard E350s come with traditional steel coil spring suspension, not the complex and terrifyingly expensive airmatic air suspension found in the S-Class or the V8 models. There are no airbags to pop, no air compressors to burn out. You get a ride that is buttery smooth, whisper quiet on the highway, and costs absolutely nothing to maintain. Right now, people are signing up for $1,000 monthly payments to drive plastic luxury cars that will be in the junkyard in 10 years. Meanwhile, the smart money is buying a 2013 or 2016 E350 for a fraction of the price, driving it in total comfort, and sleeping perfectly fine at night, knowing their car is pure, indestructible gold. Mercedes-Benz C300, W204 2008. Next on our pure gold list is a car that literally saved the reputation of Mercedes-Benz in the mid-2000s. I'm talking about the 2008 C300, the first year of the legendary W204 chassis. Now, if you look at the 2008 model from the outside today, it still looks sharp. It does not look like a nearly 20-year-old car. But the reason it is on this list is not just about the looks. It is about the fact that Mercedes built this car with a point to prove. After the quality issues of the early 2000s, they poured billions into the W204 to make it feel like a baby S-Class. And boy, did they succeed. They built it so well that the accountants probably had a collective heart attack when they saw the production costs. Let us talk about the heart of the beast, the 3.0-liter V6 M272 engine. Now, if you are a Mercedes nerd, you have probably heard horror stories about balance shaft issues on M272 engines. Here is the secret. That was mostly a problem for the 2006 and 2007 models. By the time the 2008 C300 hit the production line, Mercedes had upgraded the materials in the engine. This 3.0-liter V6 is naturally aspirated, simple, and honest. It puts out about 228 horsepower, which is not going to set a track record, but it provides that silky smooth, effortless German power delivery that makes highway cruising feel like you are floating on a cloud. It is the kind of car that makes you feel like a CEO even if you are just driving to the grocery store to buy more milk and eggs. The 2008 C300 is the ultimate DIY Mercedes. Unlike the newer models that require a master's degree in computer science and a sacrifice to the silicon gods just to change a light bulb, the W204 is mechanically straightforward. Parts are everywhere, and because this was one of Mercedes's best-selling cars globally, every independent mechanic knows exactly how to fix them. The transmission is the 7G-tronic, which in the 2008 C300 is in its most reliable form. Keep the fluid fresh and this gearbox will shift smoothly for hundreds of thousands of miles. Now, let us talk about the bank vault feel. When you open the door of a 2008 C300, you immediately notice the weight. It does not feel like the hollow plastic doors you find on modern entry-level luxury cars that sound like a soda can when you close them. It feels substantial. Inside, you have got a cabin that was designed for durability. Yes, the dashboard plastics are a bit firmer than a modern E-Class, but they do not rattle. They do not squeak. And that pop-up screen in the center, it's a classic aesthetic. Even in 2026, it feels like a cool piece of mechanical theater every time it slides out of the dash. It is like the car is giving you a little high five every time you start the engine. But here is why the 2008 C300 is pure gold for your wallet. Depreciation has already done its worst. You are buying a car that has already lost 90% of its value, but still has 50% of its life left. While your neighbor is paying $800 a month for a car that will be worth nothing in 5 years, you can buy a clean 2008 C300 for cash. There are only two things you need to watch out for, and they are easy fixes if you are proactive. First, the electronic steering lock, or ESL. It can fail and leave you stranded, but most smart owners have already replaced it with a digital emulator or an updated part for a few $100. Second, just check the rear subframe for rust if you live in a snowy climate where they salt the roads like they are seasoning a giant pretzel. Aside from that, this car is a mechanical tank. The 2008 Mercedes C300 is the perfect gateway into the brand. It gives you the three-pointed star on the hood, a rear-wheel drive chassis that actually handles beautifully, and a build quality that Mercedes has struggled to replicate in their newer, cheaper-feeling models. It is not just a used car, it is a smart financial move. If you find a well-maintained one with a service history, do not walk, run and buy it. It is pure gold. Mercedes-Benz GLK 350 X204 2012. Moving into the SUV category, we have a vehicle that is often called the mini G-Wagon for its bold, boxy, and unapologetic styling. In a world where every modern SUV looks like a melted jelly bean or a generic plastic bubble designed in a wind tunnel by a committee of boring people, the GLK stands out with its sharp lines, upright windshield, and aggressive stance. It looks like it was chiseled out of a single block of granite by a guy who only drinks black coffee and does not believe in curves. But the reason it is on the pure gold list isn't just because it looks cool. It is because this is one of the most reliable SUVs Mercedes-Benz has ever produced. The 2012 GLK 350 is the sweet spot of the entire GLK production run. Why? Because it sits right at the transition point where Mercedes perfected the mechanicals of the X204 chassis. Underneath that rugged exterior is the 3.5-liter V6 engine. Now, for the 2012 model year, depending on your region, you either got the final perfected version of the M272 or the early powerful M276. Either way, you are winning. These engines are naturally aspirated, meaning they do not have the high-pressure turbocharger systems that fail on modern GLC models. This V6 is a workhorse. It is smooth, it is punchy, with 268 to 302 horsepower, and it provides the kind of effortless acceleration that makes merging onto a 2026 highway feel like a breeze. It is like having a bodyguard in a tailored suit under the hood. What makes the GLK 350 truly special compared to its bigger brothers like the ML or the GL is its simplicity. Most GLKs were built with traditional steel coil spring suspension. If you have ever owned a German car with air suspension, you know the feeling of waking up, looking out the window, and seeing your car kneeling on the driveway like it is praying for mercy because a $1,500 airbag leaked overnight. With the GLK 350, you do not have that nightmare. You get a ride that is surprisingly firm and sporty, yet it handles bumps with that classic Mercedes composure, all with the maintenance costs of a standard sedan. The build quality of the 2012 GLK is something you have to feel to believe. This was a car built on the C-Class platform, but Mercedes reinforced it for SUV duty. The doors shut with a heavy, satisfying clunk that whispers quality rather than the hollow clack of a modern crossover. Inside the cabin is a masterclass in old-school luxury. You have real buttons, tactile knobs, and an infotainment system that does not try to distract you with 10 different touchscreens that require 3 submenus just to turn up the heat. It is ergonomic, it is durable, and thanks to that upright design, the visibility is world-class. You can actually see out of the back of this car, a concept that seems to have been forgotten by modern car designers who think everyone just uses cameras for everything. Now, let us talk about the 4MATIC all-wheel drive system. The GLK 350 uses a mechanical full-time AWD system that is incredibly robust. It is not a reactive system that waits for you to slip before it decides to help out. It is always working to provide traction. Whether you are dealing with a rainy commute or a light off-road trail to a campsite that your GPS swore was a paved road, the GLK feels planted and secure. It gives you that heavy, safe feeling that Mercedes owners have loved for decades. On the used market, the 2012 GLK 350 is an absolute bargain. You are getting a vehicle that looks twice as expensive as it actually is. Mechanics love these because they are easy to service. Everything in the engine bay is accessible, and the parts are shared with the C-Class and E-Class, making them affordable and easy to find. The only things you need to watch for are the standard Mercedes wear and tear items. Keep an eye on the oil cooler gaskets and make sure the transmission fluid was changed at the 40,000 or 60,000 mile intervals. If you find a clean one-owner 2012 GLK 350 with a documented service history, you have found a vehicle that will easily go another 10 years without breaking a sweat. It is the perfect blend of G-Wagon toughness, E-Class luxury, and Toyota-like reliability. It is not just an SUV, it is a tank in a tuxedo. Mercedes-Benz S550, W212, 2015. Now, we are stepping into the big leagues. If the E-Class is a bank vault, this car is the entire bank, including the gold bars and the security guards with German Shepherds. I am talking about the 2015 Mercedes-Benz S550. Usually, when a YouTuber tells you to buy a used S-Class, your bank account starts sweating and your credit card tries to hide under the sofa. But the 2015 S550 is different. This car is widely considered by enthusiasts and master techs as the absolute peak of the modern S-Class. This was the second year of the W212 generation, and it was the moment Mercedes-Benz regained its crown as the maker of the best car in the world. It is the kind of car that makes you feel like you own the road, even if you are just driving to pick up a fast food burger at 2 in the morning. Under that massive hood lies a masterpiece of engineering, the 4.7-liter twin-turbo V8 known as the M278. Now, early versions of this engine had some issues with timing chains, but by 2015, Mercedes had updated the parts and perfected the build. This engine is a beast in a suit. It produces 449 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. In 2026, most cars feel like they are trying too hard. The S550 does not try at all. It just moves. You can go from 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds in total silence, feeling like you are sitting on a leather cloud while the rest of the world struggles in traffic and complains about their gas mileage. But why is the 2015 pure gold? Because it is the perfect bridge between old-school durability and modern tech. Inside, you get the massive dual-screen layout that still looks futuristic today, but you also get physical weighted buttons for the things that matter. You do not have to dive through 5 menus just to change the air conditioning temperature. The leather is not that thin, eco-friendly stuff you see in new cars that feels like a recycled yoga mat. It is thick, premium hide. The wood is real. The metal is real. And even the air you breathe is filtered and ionized with a custom fragrance system. It smells like success, or at least like a very expensive hotel lobby. Now, let us address the elephant in the room. Air suspension. Every S550 comes with Airmatic. And yes, it is more expensive to fix than steel springs. But here is the secret. By 2015, these systems became incredibly robust. Unlike the older S-Class models from the early 2000s that would fail every other week and leave your car looking like a lowrider, a well-maintained W212 system can easily last 10 to 12 years before needing attention. And since we are in 2026, the aftermarket for these parts is huge. You can fix an S-Class today for a fraction of what it cost 5 years ago. The real gold factor of the 2015 S550 is the depreciation. This car originally cost over $100,000. Today, you can pick one up for the price of a well-equipped Toyota Corolla. Think about that. You are getting double-paned acoustic glass that makes the interior quieter than a library during finals week. You are getting a chassis that was designed to protect world leaders. You are getting the magic body control that scans the road ahead and adjusts the suspension before you even hit a bump. It is like the car is reading the road's mind. Mechanics love the 2015 because despite all the tech, the core components, the transmission, the engine block, and the cooling system are over-engineered. This car was not built to last through a 3-year lease. It was built to be a flagship. When you drive a 2015 S550, you are not just driving a used car. You are making a statement that you value quality over a trendy lease payment for a plastic crossover. If you find an S550 that has a clean service record, ideally one that was owned by an executive who did every oil change at the dealership, you have found the ultimate luxury bargain. It is quiet, it is insanely powerful, and it carries a level of prestige that even a brand new 2026 C-Class cannot touch. It is not just a car, it is the executive vault on wheels. Mercedes-Benz ML350 W166 2015. Coming in at number 5 is the final boss of practical luxury. If you are tired of modern SUVs that feel like fragile plastic toys designed by someone who has never actually seen a dirt road, you need to look at the 2015 Mercedes-Benz ML350. This was the final year of the ML badge before Mercedes rebranded it to the GLE. And in the car world, the final year of a generation is always pure gold. Why? Because by 2015, Mercedes had spent 4 years perfecting this platform, fixing every glitch, and reinforcing every weak point. This is the SUV you buy when you want to look like a millionaire but have the repair budget of a librarian. It is the kind of car that says you have your life together, even if the back seat is currently covered in French fries and dog hair. The magic of the 2015 ML350 is all about what is under the hood. The 3.5-liter M276 V6 engine. We have talked about this engine earlier in the list for a reason. It is arguably the most reliable V6 Mercedes has ever put into an SUV. In 2026, most SUVs are struggling with small turbocharged 4-cylinders that are under constant stress just to move the weight of the vehicle. But the ML350, it is naturally aspirated. There are no turbos to fail, no complex wastegates to rattle, and no plastic intercooler pipes to crack when you hit a pothole. It delivers 302 horsepower with a smooth linear power band that feels effortless. It is a powertrain designed to last 200,000 miles, not just through a 3-year lease where the dealership treats you like a stranger the moment the warranty expires. But here is the pro tip for the smart buyer. Most ML350s were built with traditional steel coil spring suspension. While the bigger GL Class and the S-Class were busy leaking air and kneeling on garage floors due to failed airbags like they were doing a very expensive yoga pose, the ML350 was out there just working. By choosing the steel spring version, you are deleting the most expensive repair bill a German car can give you. You still get that legendary Mercedes magic carpet ride, but without the $3,000 anxiety attack every time you hear a weird hiss from the wheel well. Inside the 2015 ML350 is a masterclass in tactile luxury. This was the last era before Mercedes replaced every beautiful button with a fingerprint smudge touchscreen that never works when your fingers are cold. You get real weighted knobs for the climate control and physical buttons for the radio that provide a satisfying click every time. The cabin is an absolute fortress of silence. Mercedes used thick acoustic glass and heavy-duty sound deadening that makes the interior feel like a sensory deprivation tank. Whether you are hauling the family to a ski resort or just sitting in stop-and-go traffic behind a bus that smells like old gym socks, the ML350 isolates you from the chaos of the outside world. Mechanics absolutely love working on the W166 chassis. Unlike the newer Mercedes models where the engine is buried under miles of wiring and plastic covers that require a specialized robot to remove, the ML350 has a surprisingly accessible engine bay. Parts are shared with the E-Class and C-Class, which means you are not paying specialty SUV prices for basic maintenance. It is a car that actually makes sense to own out of warranty. Safety-wise, this car is a tank. It is heavy, it is rigid, and it is packed with Mercedes pre-safe technology. In 2026, safety is more important than ever, and the ML350 provides a level of physical protection that tiny modern crossovers simply cannot match. If you are looking for a used SUV that offers prestige, massive towing capacity, and a build quality that feels like it was carved from a single block of steel, the 2015 ML350 is your winner. It is the ultimate no-nonsense Mercedes. It is reliable, it is rugged, and most importantly, it is pure indestructible gold. There you have it. 5 used Mercedes models that are actually worth your hard-earned cash in 2026. While everyone else is busy overpaying for plastic luxury cars with subscription-based heated seats and engines that have the lifespan of a Mayfly, you can drive a machine that was actually built to last. These cars represent a time when Mercedes-Benz engineers were allowed to be engineers, not just puppets for the accounting department. Whether you choose the bank vault reliability of the E350, the bulletproof simplicity of the C300, or the absolute executive power of the S550, you are making a move that your future self and your mechanic will thank you for. Remember, the goal isn't just to look like you have money, it is to actually keep some of it in your pocket while driving the best cars ever made. Don't let a shiny new lease contract distract you from the pure gold sitting on the used market. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of reliable luxury, do not forget to subscribe to Garage Detective, smash that like button, and drop a comment below. I want to know, which one of these hidden gems are you putting in your driveway? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one where we find more ways to keep you out of the junkyard and on the road.